Hello everyone, Jace here, back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Card reveals. This time, it's more Abyss Lore archetypes from Power of the Elements. First up is more Therian support. Therian's Empress Aurecia is a reptile effect Earth level 8 with a 2100 attack and 2500 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, you can target one Therians or reptile monster in your graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip it with that target. Second effect, you can discard one card, then target one Therian's monster in your spell trap zone. Special summon it. Third effect, a Therian's monster equipped with this card gains 700 attack and the second effect of this card's name. So this second effect is pretty good. Special summoning a Therian from the spell trap zone is great, because you can use it off the first of special summon effect to basically get a free summon. And it's also technically support for reptiles, which is kind of funny. But you probably wouldn't play it in a reptile deck. It's just kind of there as an option, I guess. Reptiles are still not that good though. And next up for Therian support, we have Therians Irregular. It's a machine effect, Dark level 10, with 1600 attack and 2800 defense. You can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. First effect, you can target up to 3 Therians in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, equip it with those targets. Second effect, you can discard one Perpetual Engine R Gyro system, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Third effect, while this card is equipped to a monster, you can special summon it, then equip to this card the monster it was equipped to. So equipping 3 Therians from the grave is pretty insane, because it basically allows you to gain a bunch of secondary effects from the Therians that you equip to it. The third effect is also pretty good, since it allows you to special summon itself by equipping the monster it was equipped to. And the second effect is kind of funny, but it's not very good. You'd rather keep Perpetual Engine Gyro system in your hand because it's a foolish burial for the archetype. So you'd rather use its effect than discard it. But I guess if you already set up your graveyard well enough, you could discard it for a free board wipe, which is pretty good. So overall, the Therian support is pretty good for the archetype, and Therians are a meta archetype right now in the OCG. So this just helps them along. And lastly, we have a new archetype for the Abyss Lore introduced in Power of the Elements, Splights. They're all level 2 Dark Thunder effect monsters that share a summoning condition, except they differ for 2 of them. So for Blue, Jet, and Pixies, they can all special summon themselves if you control level or rank 2. Blue is a monster searcher that searches any other Splights on special summon, which is really good. Jet is a spell trap searcher for Splights on special summon, and Pixies is an honest, which is okay. Red and Carrot can both be special summoned if you control a level/link 2. Red is a monster negate that activates when you tribute a level, rank, or link 2. If you tribute a rank or link 2, you can destroy the negated monster, while Carrot is a spell trap negate with the same activation conditions as Red, and it has the same condition of destroying the card that you negate if you tribute a rank/link 2. Their boss monster is Gigantic Splight, which is a rank 2 Dark Thunder Xyz effect monster with 1600 attack and 1600 defense. It requires 2 level 2 monsters. For this card's Xyz summon, you can treat link 2 monsters you control as link level 2. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Its first effect is, if this card has a Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and or Linked monster as material, its original attack is doubled. Its second effect is, during your main phase, you can activate this effect. Neither player can special summon monsters for the rest of his turn, except level/rank/link 2 monsters. Also, detach one material from your Xyz monster, and if you do, special summon one level 2 monster from your deck. So this boss monster is pretty good. Its second effect can block decks that special summon on their opponent's turn if they don't summon any rank, level, or link 2s. And special summoning any level 2 from your deck is really strong, and potentially abusable. Its first attack boost effect is okay, but that's not really what you're using it for. You're using it mainly for the second effect. Next up is their Link. Splight Elf is a Link 2 Fire Thunder Link effect monster with 1400 attack, bottom left and bottom right arrows. It requires 2 monsters, including a level/rank/link 2 monster. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. cannot be used as link material to turn his link summon. The first effect is, your opponent cannot target monsters this card points to with card effects. The second effect is, during the main phase, quick effect, you can target one level 2 monster in your graveyard, special summon it. If your opponent controls a monster activation, you can target one rank/link 2 monster instead. So targeting protection is pretty good, especially since it gives it to any monster it points to. And the second effect is pretty good as a generic monster reborn for any level/rank/link 2s. But overall, it's way less strong than gigantic Splight, which is just insane. And next up is the spell traps. The first one is Splight Starter. It's a quick play spell that reads, you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, except level/rank/link 2 monsters. Also, special summon one Splight monster from your deck, and if you do, you lose life points equal to its original attack. So it's basically an E-Telly for the Archetype, and as its name suggests, it is a starter for the Archetype. It allows you to trigger blue and jet with just off of one card, which is pretty good. And it's also searchable with Jet, which means that you can basically get 2 monsters off of a Jet special summon. Next up is Splight Gamma Burst. It's a quick play spell that reads, you can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name per turn, and only once that turn. Its first effect is, all level/rank/link 2 monsters currently on the field gain 1400 attack and defense until the end of this turn. Its second effect is, during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one level/rank/link 2 monster you control. It gains 1400 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. So this overall is kind of meh. Giving all your link/rank/level 2s 1400 attack is pretty strong if you have a board full of them, but still not that great because it's just an attack boost. Like limited removal is doubling all your machine's attack, and that's unlimited and it doesn't see that much play. Its second effect is also cute, but it's not very good either. Not being able to use both effects in the same turn kind of sucks too. So overall, this card is not that great. You might run one of it since it's searchable off of Jet. And lastly, we have Splight Smashers, which is a quick play spell card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. Its first effect is, banish one Springens, Therian, or Splight card from your hand or graveyard to activate one of these effects. Special summon one Springens monster from your deck, or special summon one Therians monster from your graveyard, or banish one level/rank/link 2 monster you control and one card your opponent controls. So this one's kind of interesting because it's Springen and Therian support as well, which is weird. In Splights though, the third effect is the most applicable, but that one kind of sucks because you have to banish one of your own monsters to banish an opponent's monster. The Therian and Springen effects are good in those decks, but it's not really searchable in those decks unless you want to run a small Splight engine, which doesn't seem to fit well with either of those decks. But overall, Splights are a really good archetype it seems, and it seems like they are pretty good as like an engine in any level 2 deck, perhaps like Paraleo Frogs or any other level 2 decks. And special summoning any level 2 from the deck with the Xyz monster is insane in any deck that can run it. And that's it for all the card reveals this time. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and comment below what you think of these new cards. But until next time, goodbye.